Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to another computer and console role-playing game news roundup. Where this time for March 22nd, 2025, where each week I take a look back at the week in CRPG news and bring you the highlights. It looks like Portal Fantasy is set to launch on April 3rd. It will target the PC and have you playing a human transported to a fantasy world, where you seek to fulfill trivial tasks on the way to adventure. Then there's Inspector Schmidt, The Ebbing, set for April 7th. It will be a detective-style RPG, where you play a Bavarian civil servant who just wants to go on vacation when you're roped into an investigation. Traveler's Refrain is set to hit on April 11th for the PC. It will see a sort of action RPG style with a song casting mechanic where you wield musical instruments. True Vikings will hit on April 18th. There will be a roguelike where you play a Viking warrior who must survive various feuds, raids, and other challenges. Escape the Mad Empire is set to hit early access on April 22nd. It'll be a mix of roguelike and party-based RPG with base-building elements. Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero, is set to hit the PC on April 24th. It has been available on the PS4 and PS5 as well as the Switch for a while now. It is the sequel to Phantom Brave, The Bermuda Triangle. Imperial is set to hit on May 8th. It'll target the PS5, the PC, and the Xbox Series X/S. It looks like it'll be an action RPG in a distant corner of the galaxy taking place on an unknown, unexplored planet. Pixel Graphic Creature Keeper is set to hit on May 8th. It will be a real-time creature collection RPG. Death End Request Code Z is set to hit the West on May 13th. It'll target the PS4 and 5, although a previously planned Switch version was apparently cancelled. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord will be getting a new DLC called The War Sails. It'll release on June 17th and be a naval-based expansion. It'll include a new Viking-inspired faction as well as new northern regions. System Shock 2 is getting a 25th anniversary remaster. It'll release on June 26th, targeting the PC as well as the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, as well as the Switch. Endless Night, The Darkness Within, has been announced. It will be launched sometime in the third quarter of this year and target the PC as well as the Xbox Series X/S. It's All Over is set to hit the PC, although no release date has been announced yet. It has you playing someone who woke up from a 75-year-long sleep to find that the world has been destroyed. Frosthaven is set to get a video game adaptation. It is a game board-based game that will be adapted to a tactical RPG sort of system. It is the spiritual successor to Gloomhaven, which also received its own conversion a while back. Secrets of Shadows was announced. It will be a 2D turn-based tactical RPG set in a world inspired by Japanese myth. As far as actual releases go, you have Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I don't really consider the Assassin's Creed series an RPG, but that's all released, technically. Then Atelier Yumié was released. Like many of the Atelier series, it has you wandering around gathering materials and synthesizing them into items, but also has base-building elements. Darkest Dungeon 2 got its Kingdom update, as well as its Inhuman Bondage DLC on the PS4 and the PS5. It has already been available on the PC for some time now. Path of the Ori is an 8-bit style turn-based dungeon crawler RPG with a very retro feel. Downward Spear is an isometric tactical game with stealth and horror elements. It looks to be some sort of tactical RPG in early access. Splintered saw its release into early access. It is a retro-style RPG where the villain randomizes the world with each defeat and has all the old-school challenge modes kind of built within. Toshin Gent is a visual novel JRPG hybrid revolving around a town with a strange dungeon. Mudgate is an action RPG roguelike designed around exploration, inspired by classic text-based MUDs. Finally, there is Rainbreaker, a roguelike set in a medieval punk world. And with that, I will cover a few crowdfunding campaigns. Remember that contributing to a crowdfunding campaign should be done only at your own risk. Doing so is no guarantee of receiving a product. Mentioned here is not an endorsement, but is for informational purposes only. And we'll start with Moondrift Memory Prologue, which looks to fund a Unity-based computer RPG that utilizes the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, so it will be Pathfinder compatible. Then Hopetown will be a new computer RPG from some of the team behind Disco Elysium that looks to cover a sort of journalist looking to make a name for herself, with the different sorts of journalism covered as class-based material. And then there is Eternal Source, a turn-based combat RPG that looks to take inspiration from the golden era of RPGs. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up here. This has been the RPG Crawler, my RPG News Roundup. It's time for March 22nd, 2025. If you like what you see, remember to leave a like, comment, got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen.
without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.